Hey there humans, Bob here, welcome to another Marvel Avengers guide video. Today we're going to go through how to seriously increase your rocket damage with a missile barrage glitch. Before we get going with this one though, don't forget to drop a like, it massively helps you get more eyes on the video, and it's completely free. Great, now that's over with, let's get on with the video. Just to do some housekeeping here, the glitch is not reliant on a macro, but if you are using a mouse and keyboard on PC or Game Pass for PC, you can use software that allows you to assign keybinds or macros to also achieve this. I'll share the macro I use later in the video. Although I'll be showing you how to do this on PC, the premise applies to controller, even though it will definitely be more difficult than on mouse and keyboard. Basically, the first thing I suggest you do is go into your settings and look for a section called key binding. In here, you'll be able to assign your own keybinds to certain actions in the game. Not only can you change existing ones, but you can assign alternate keys to functions too. What we're going to do is scroll down to previous weapon and next weapon and assign an alternate key by pressing on the blank section to the right of the already assigned keybind. I've opted for the letter O and the letter P respectively. The reason we're going to do this is that the default setting to swap weapons is the middle mouse wheel up and down. This can be a little unreliable when scrolling through, as you may scroll past what you need to make this glitch work. And also, most macro software also struggles to properly map wheel scrolls. So now you've done this, what you want to do is fire up the custom harm room on the helicarrier to get some practice in with this. Again, you don't need to have a macro to do this, this is 100% possible within the game. When you load in, don't load up any enemies just yet, you're going to want to get a feel for it. What you're going to want to do is set your weapons to missiles, then hold down the ADS button, which is either the right mouse button on PC, L2 on PlayStation or LT on Xbox, and you're going to want to shoot a missile, then immediately switch to lasers by pressing the new keybind on PC or left on the D-pad on console, then immediately swap back to missiles and then shoot another missile. What this effectively does is bypass the cooldown that you would normally experience and allows you to just keep firing until your intrinsic meter is depleted. Unfortunately, that can happen quite quickly with Iron Man, so what you're going to want to do to counteract it is utilize your overcharge. Iron Man's intrinsic overcharge state is achieved by fully filling the intrinsic meter, which is the yellow bar under your health bar at the top of the screen. You can do this in a multitude of ways. One way is to parry enemy attacks. Another is to use a skill tree specialization to regenerate intrinsic by standing next to your green energy barrier, which you can use by holding down Q. You can also charge it by using gear with intrinsic bursts, or the quickest and most effective way of doing it is using your support heroic that instantly overcharges you. Once in the overcharge state, you will have an infinite amount of intrinsic until the supercharge timer runs out. You'll also have a damage buff during this too, so use that time to hammer out as many missiles as you can into your enemies. If you're struggling to keep your overcharge going, don't worry, I have an Iron Man build video that will show you how to basically have unlimited heroics and intrinsic, so make sure to check out the channel for that video. I'll put a link in the description down below for you too, so you can check it out. A quick note here, if you are on controller, it will be extremely hard to move or even change your aim whilst doing this, so keep that in mind when trying to execute this barrage. The good news for PC players though is that you'll be able to at least aim, as you'll be reliant on a mouse for aiming rather than a joystick like controller players. Also, in addition to this, if you are on PC and decide to use a macro for this, you'll likely be able to aim and move freely with ease. For those wanting the macro, here it is in Corsair IQ, which is what I use. Let me take you through it really quickly. A quick note, by the way, though, this is a macro recording of me actually doing this in-game. It's essentially just placing what I've already been able to do in-game to a single button press that I've bound to my mouse. Here it is from the top. Press mouse left click. Delay 42 milliseconds. Press keyboard P. Delay 34 milliseconds. Press keyboard O. Delay 63 milliseconds, release mouse left click, delay 52 milliseconds, release keyboard P, and then release keyboard O. Then just make sure that you have it bound to your desired key and have it set to trigger on key press. And you're done. Enjoy your missile barrage. That's it for this one though. I hope you enjoyed it or at least found it useful. If you did, please like and subscribe. And if you want to come and talk about this or anything else about Marvel Avengers live, come and check me out over on twitch.tv/BobDuckNWeave. or connect with me on socials at BobDuckNWeave. You can find the links in the description down below. Also, if you'd like to support the channel, consider clicking the join button and becoming a member. You'll get emotes that you can use in comments, in live chat, and a cool badge that evolves over time, which looks super cool when I stream over here on YouTube. Thanks again, and as always, stay safe, stay awesome, and I'll see you all soon. Bye bye.